Hi, it's James from Hidden Depths Coaching. My clip today, I finished a workshop this weekend. Had my Laws of Attraction Explained workshop on Saturday and Sunday. And this is the last one that I'm going to do at this size. And the reason is because I first done this workshop a year ago, and I named it the Laws of Attraction Explained, but it's changed, and that's why I've created this new 2-day workshop which will be coming, and I've got it reserved for the 1st of September. It's going to be over a Friday and a Saturday, a Friday evening and a Saturday day, and it's going to be called Awaken Your Hidden Depths Within. And I tried some of the things that I'm going to be doing at this bigger workshop. I tried them with the guys that were there on Saturday and Sunday at the workshop, and I've got this theory, right, that everything up until this moment, right, everything up until right now in your past is your past story, right? And everything about Hidden Depths and what I've been creating and what I've been obviously trying to put out there to as many people as I can, that no matter what that story is, if you look at it differently, you can change your perspective towards that story. And what I've been discovering lately is that we keep our stories very, very secretive, right? And we don't tell anybody about them. And we just internally judge ourselves all the time. Or if we do have the bottle to tell somebody about it, we tell the wrong person. And when we talk to somebody, then they maybe judge it. And what I said to these guys on Saturday, before I even kicked the workshop off, right at the very start, I says, look, we're going to get in deep to our past here. And what I want you to do is, right, no matter what another person tells you, I don't want you to show them sympathy. I don't want you to show them compassion, because that's not going to get them out of their story. It's not going to help them. I want you to show them empathy, right? So what I created in this workshop was all these people listening, not feeling sorry for the person, not going, oh my God, that's so terrible, I hope you're okay, because that keeps you in your story. What I got people to do, with my help of course, was to right, this has happened. I'm with you to get fucking through this. I'm with you to make these changes, right? Because here's the way Laws of Attraction works. Thoughts, feelings, vibration, right? This story inside you is vibrating from you. So you're going to keep attracting stuff into your life that's going to match that. And then shit will just keep happening and happening and happening. And you may have a lot of justification for your story. And I was telling people a bit about my story yesterday and the day before, and they couldn't believe it to start how I laugh about it and loved it. And it's because when you get to the other end of it, you will. And sometimes the more devastating, the more hurtful the story, the actual better reward when you get to the other side, when you get through it. And we all look at things differently. It's like, say somebody meets that bit where they have like a near-death experience, and then one person could come out of this and have this full zest for life, like, oh my God, I'm never going to let anything worry about me. Worry am I again? I'm just going to do what's right for me. I'm going to move forward. And then somebody else could look at it and go, why did that happen? And that was the biggest discovery that mostly everybody in the group got that was at the workshop, was it's the why it happened that keeps you there, not the fucking story itself. And that was like a bit like, if I think back to when I had depression, it wasn't depression. It wasn't that I was depressed, it was the shame of having that depression. And then that linked into the why me, is like as if there was something wrong with me because I got it, rather than realising that it's a thing that a lot of people go through. Some people miss it, some people don't. But the more I could get this thing outside me, the more I could see it for what it is, the facts of what it was, then the easier it was for me to get past that. And what I would say is, if you want to start cleaning up your story, right, really, really cleaning up your story, the first thing you've got to do is stop asking why it happened. Why? Why? This is a good why. Why are you spending so long interrogating something you can't change? Why are you destroying your mind, your future attractions, everything that's going to come to you, trying to find something that even if people sat down and told you their version of what happened, you still don't even know if it's true. So this, why it happened, is what's destroying so many people. And I managed to get this group of people out there. I managed to get them out their own heads and actually see things from other perspectives. And, you know, they realised going through that, you know what, I don't know what that person was going through at the time when they did what they did. And, you know, lots of crazy things happen in this world, and the bit that drives people the most crazy is trying to figure out why it happened, or when they'll never ever know. And you try and make sense of things that you're not meant to make sense of. So my advice would be, start cleaning up your story. And if you want to start cleaning up your story, start looking at what happened. Take the personal part of it. Take that, you know, things happen to people, and, you know, and I can guarantee you, see, when you take it out and you start looking at what happened, you'll find somebody else that's probably went through something similar, and they'll show you empathy rather than sympathy. Oh, poor you, or compassion. Oh, I feel so bad for you. None of that helps you. But see, when somebody can look at you and say, I've been there, and it hurts like shit, but this is what we do, then that's the person that's going to get you to the next level. When the person can look you in the eye and has clearly went through it, maybe not the same thing, but something similar. And you know what? It's usually not one of these big events that holds us back in life. It's usually this build-up of all these other wee things. And it's all because of this internal judgment that we keep running on ourselves constantly. Beating up ourselves. Why? Why did it happen? Why did it happen? It happened. It is what it is. So, you know, if you really want to move forward in life, it's like driving your car. You're not going to get very far if you've got the handbrake on. Unless you take some time to join back the dots of your life, and instead of looking at why it happened, look at what happened and get a fucking reward for everything that you've been through. That will then channel you forward, and then you'll just start. Honestly, you know, I can only say this from my own experience and then watching people going through it, but you know, as I say, the people that were at that workshop, nothing changed at the end of that workshop, but everything had changed. And all that changed was the way they looked at it was completely different. But as soon as you look at it different, it is different. That's just the way it is. And Wayne Dyer said that, and I'm really hooked onto that. He says, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So somebody could have went through the exact experience, very similar to you, and they're doing amazingly well because of the way they look at it. And yet somebody else could go through that experience and let it rot and ruin the rest of their life. And you know, I did speak of that over the weekend as well, like disappointment's a bit like sour milk. The longer you leave it, it doesn't get better, it keeps getting sourer. So these things, these questions, these why did this happen, I'm going to tell you, they don't heal themselves through time unless eventually you maybe get bored of it and drop it, or you actually fucking face it and go, you know what, I know what happened here. I know what happened. I don't need to know why it happened, but I need to know why I allowed it to happen, and I need to make the changes within myself to make sure it doesn't happen again, because you'll never fix your life back the way, you'll only fix it going forward. Alright, so that's my wee video for the day. Don't look at the why, look at what happened, you know. Look at what happened, get a wee bit of energy from it, get in and fix it, handle it, decide that you want to make changes moving forward. And there is plenty of stuff out there to help you if you want to move forward, but if you just want to stay there telling the same story all the time, stuck in that chapter, then you're never ever going to move forward in life. You're never going to move forward just telling that same story. And it will eventually get boring, because that's what happens. No matter how bad it is, it will get boring. So, as I said, depends where you're at. If you're at a bit where you want to, you want to move forward with this, you want to start changing that story, this is what Hidden Depths is all about. It's about, taking the same person with a story and making it that bit better. That's what I've always been trying to deliver. So, I've got a 5-day workshop on the 10th to the 14th of April. So again, they always change me because I go so deep, but that's been sold out for months. But the 1-day seminar, if you've never done any of this and you just want a wee taster just to find out about it, it's $26.50. It's the day before the Celtic Rangers game, so what else are you going to do? I think there's about 65 tickets left for that, but that's a massive event. You know, we get nearly 200 people in that event. So if you want to come, it's www.hiddendepthscoaching.com. And I'm trying to think what else is coming up. I've got loads of other stuff coming up, but I'm just finalising dates. And I've got another 5-day workshop that I've just secured the date, but I'll get all that done on my website and I'll get it sent out. Alright, listen, have a cracking week. Stop looking at why it happened, start looking at what happened and watch how differently you look at it. Alright, cheers, bye.